Good day, Conjurer. Are you here for duties? Advancement? Or do you want to hear more about the old Ebonheart Mages Guild? There is a new mage in town, Ernandra Nerman. He's set up shop at the fountain and has been peddling magical wares to the townsfolk. Now, technically this isn't illegal, but technically it could interfere with the Mages Guild trade agreements on such things, and I'd like you to get him to join the guild so all these technicalities can conveniently go away. Get my drift? A cursed diamond? I don't know anything about that, but if you found it downstairs, maybe you should be asking around down there as well. I sealed it off to prevent trouble. I trust you will leave it well enough alone, Ada.
I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. I'm Valkyria Krex. How can I help you? It was both larger and considerably more dangerous than our current guild hall. Manuel Silbinet might be able to tell you more.
With pleasure, please.
Notes on
go
racial
ahead.
phylogeny
I'm
and biology,
all ears.
7th edition. Be made from the assumption of
Of course, Ada. It would be an honor, and a pleasure. How can I help you? Oh, it was quite an interesting experiment really. Instead of expanding space, a pocket realm was anchored to one of the doors here. Unfortunately, the same lack of Drake forces that allowed for the swift creation of rooms also caused no end of trouble when paired with careless use of magic. After a few apprentices got lost in looping hallways only to be found days later, Archibald decided to lock it all safely away.
Welcome to Neil Jaimon's Fine Art. I am Cholaka Suvia, the Galrist. You can find the Wayrist painter himself upstairs. You can find Neil Jaimont upstairs. The Buying Game.
Good wishes to you.
Hail, citizen. Welcome to the crown jewel of Morrowind. I am Neil Jaimont, the painter from Wayrist. Quite famous too, if I do say so myself. What do you need? You don't know the famous Neil Jaimont? Ah, I suppose we are very far from the Iliac. I was one of King Helseth's favorite painters back in Wayrist. The things well, it's best not to dig up too much of the past. We were fast friends, so when he and his mother came back to Morrowind, I was invited to come along with them.
Let's set aside our right. With pleasure.
Gather round, gather round. Magical wares for sale, of excellent quality might I add, or I'm my uncle's monkey. Ernandra Nerman, traveling salesman and part-time wizard, at your service. Yes, that's me. What can I do for you? Join the Mages Guild? I thought they'd never ask. Of course I'll join. Do I need to sign something? I do get a stipend now, yes? I could use some new robes. Now wait a moment. I still have this lovely magic ring to sell. Maybe I could tempt you. 50 gold and it's all yours. No returns or refunds, mind you. You just let me know if you change your mind.
I'd be happy to talk.
Good day, Conjurer. Are you here for duties? Archibald Venet is the one to see for those, though do be careful. He's often in a bad mood.
Welcome, friend. The day is yours. What shall we talk about?
An Alchemist's Guide to Skooma. By Jeanette Loppage. Many alchemists will frown upon my profession. I am a skooma producer for the Main's court and elsewhere. However, this unique position allows me to study two of the most interesting substances in Tamriel, moon sugar and its derivative, skooma. Moon sugar is a narcotic found in sugar canes native to the Tenmer forest of southern elsewhere. Despite being illegal in the Empire, it is the province's chief export. It is used in everyday life throughout elsewhere, even as a seasoning for food. It is not exceptionally potent, however, it can be used to produce the significantly stronger narcotic skooma. Skooma is a crystalline solid produced from moon sugar. It is highly addictive and its users pass through bouts of euphoria followed by protracted lethargy. It is smoked in a special pipe. The crystals are placed in a small dish and heated. The gas produced is bubbled through water in the pipe to cool it as it is inhaled. An alchemist will recognize this as similar to the way an alembic functions, and indeed a skooma pipe can be used as such. In elsewhere, skooma is made from moon sugar and a poisonous herb called nightshade. All parts of this plant are poisonous, but some contain an essence which enhances the potency of moon sugar. If improperly prepared, the skooma user will experience loss of voice, minor fits, and a wide-eyed death. It is for this reason that the Main employs an alchemist to produce skooma. The root of the nightshade plant contains most of the essence, but the berries and flowers produce a much more fragrant skooma. The lowest quality skooma is produced from the leaves. Leaf skooma is cheap, but is very bitter to smoke and greatly shortens the lifespan of the consumer. The leaves are also used by thieves. A piece worn on the breast is said to amplify sneaking abilities. The essence is easy for an alchemist to extract, but only freshly picked nightshade should be used. The nightshade must first be ground into a fine powder with a mortar and pestle, then simmered in a retort with water. Note that a foul odor is given off when crushing the plant. The more it smells, the higher the amount of the essence present. The gas produced must be diverted to an alembic and condensed to a liquid. This liquid is then placed in a warm, dry location and left to stand until nothing but a white residue remains. The alchemist must be careful not to inhale the gas or residue or they will die. This powder must be kept in a sealed container until needed and is used sparingly due to its potency. The final stage in the preparation of skooma requires that the alchemist dissolve some moon sugar in water and bring it to the boil. For 1 pint of water you should add 1 cup of moon sugar. Once it is boiling, add 1 thimbleful of nightshade essence. A wise alchemist will collect any fumes given off in order not to waste any. Once all the water has boiled off and the cauldron has cooled, the skooma is ready to be bottled. Nightshade is only found in two places, elsewhere in Solstheim, where it is known as belladonna. The frosts of Solstheim not only destroy the beneficial properties of the plant but also make setting up a production lab very difficult. In ages past all Khajiit lived in elsewhere, today they are spread all across Tamriel, often far from moon sugar and nightshade. Moon sugar can be smuggled, but nightshade is more problematic, as the plant itself rots quickly, destroying the essence. On the other hand, it is difficult to import the powder, due to its highly toxic nature. Smugglers demand outlandish fees for smuggling skooma, due to its illegality. For a solution to these difficulties, the Main has turned to me for advice. During my time in elsewhere, I have attempted to make skooma from many alternative plants, but these efforts have rarely been successful. I have found that the attempts which are successful tend to involve harmful plants, or at least those that sting the tongue when tasted. However, only a few of these acerbic plants seem to have the correct essence. A poppy from Hammerfell produces a slight tingling when tasted and can be used to make a form of skooma. However, an ashiam from Morrowind, if tasted raw, is acrid, but cannot be used to produce skooma. It seems evident to me that there are at least two forms of corrosiveness. I discovered recently how to test for these forms quite by accident. One day I was producing skooma from some red poppies, and I accidentally knocked over the retort and spilled boiled poppies over my work surface. I went to the plant.
I don't believe I've seen a dark elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. Thanks again. Heek. Good stuff. Heek.
Well met. What is
I
it?
find myself...
Good day, Conjurer. Are you here for duties? Advancement? Or do you want to hear more about the old Ebonheart Mages Guild? What? Don't you have duties to attend to? I'm trying to hear this woman out. Actually, maybe you can help here. This woman is having trouble with her brother, Bildam Danoran. You handle it. I have paperwork to do.
Mages Guild, when interiors don't match their exteriors. Amelfiatar Amen told me there was a previous attempt to expand the old Ebonheart Mages Guild by using magic to add rooms. Hello? Are you part of the Mages Guild? I could really use some help with my brother, Bildam Danoran. Something's wrong with him, something magical. Whenever I go to the Imperial cult, they just tell me to pray more and give them a tithe, and maybe they'll look into it. What bull? I know I may just look like a simple guard to Archibald, but I know enough about the gods and magic to know this wasn't any work of the divine. Someone's gone and tampered with my brother's mind. You talk to him. You can find him patrolling on the walls overlooking the harbor. Tell me what you think of him. Then come and tell this arrogant arse of a wizard what I think of him.
Good day, Conjurer. Are you here for duties? Advancement? Or do you want to hear more about the old Ebonheart Mages Guild? His sister believes he may have lost his mind. I tried to tell her we are the Mages Guild, not the Imperial cult, and she would be better off consulting a priest. You talk to her. Do what you can for her, or at least get her to go away and leave me to my work.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along. Bright young man. Or he was. Normally I don't see that sudden lack of dedication in a soldier unless he's been into the skooma, but I never imagined Bildam would be the sort to take up drugs.
Greetings, Dunmer. How may I help?
I'm hungry. I'm here. You want me to follow you? I'm good like that. Yes. Nice man. Feeds me sometimes. I can't. I'm too loaded down. Armor? What's that? No, it's my pack. No, you're right, of course. I'm on duty, not on the road. Bildum furrows his brow in confusion. It's that amulet. It must be. The one I got from the Khajiit trader, nice man, was hungry. No. The Khajiit sold me the amulet, and then... Look, weird things have been happening to me ever since I got it. I think I'm losing my mind. I can't. I'm too loaded down. Spell? Wait, no. That's what started this. A man smelling of magic gave me an amulet, and I was so hungry. No, wait, I bought an amulet. It was from the Khajiit in town. I should have known. I'm so tired I can't think straight. This stable smells too much of people to sleep.
Have you done anything about my brother? He said a Khajiit sold him a magical amulet. I told him to be more wary of those sneaky cat men. The only Khajiit trader in town that I know of is Anjay's Hura. You should ask her about it.
You seem like very good company. Greetings to you.
No sign of rumored tournament. Sources within the Ebon Tower indicate that an official announcement of the long-rumored melee tournament is still not to be expected anytime soon. The tournament was originally planned as a celebration of the anniversary of King Lethan's coronation but was indefinitely delayed following our late liege's death. Troubles on Vardenfell led Duke Dren to put Burgrave Caros Coxius in charge of preparations. Now it is said that a committee of his retainers has been tasked with reviewing the omens to hopefully come to the selection of an auspicious day for a new tournament to be held. This is a work schedule for one of the barristers. It lists the dates set for client appointments, official hearings, and such. No particular date or name jumps out. Dunmer Law, a primer. Etiquette with rulers. The Brothers of Darkness. By Pelarnius, Fract. Inside Almalexia's tongs. For my gods and emperor. Bangor's Bet. By Rest. Imperial Charter of the Guild of Barris. Imperial Charter of the Guild of... Marsh Demon at her elbow. I thought you might want to read this book by Lernstisen. Worst piece of dark elven propaganda I've ever seen. We need to write and publish a rebuttal when we've got the time, Nia. Glass in Morrowind. The Just Punishment. A former client of mine just got released. If someone by the name Stabby Jack Maris comes knocking, you don't know who or where I am. Thanks. Renant. Number of received death threats. Winner gets a bottle of Kvatch's finest at the end of the year. Marsh demon at her elbow. I. Nia, 2. Renant. I, 2.
Ah, greetings. What shall we talk about?
What can I do for you, friend?
Welcome to Anjay's Hura shop, citizen. Anjay's Hura has many imported rarities from other provinces for sale. Goods you won't find anywhere else in Morrowind. Expensive maybe, but worth every septim. Ours is the largest imperial port in Morrowind, with its inhabitants being mostly settlers, traders, or diplomats from Cyrodiil and other provinces. So, naturally, there's both a great supply as well as demand for goods from every corner of the Empire. Wines all the way from High Rock and Kalovia, weapons and armor from Hammerfell and Heartland Cyrodiil, clothes and jewels from Skyrim, Nibena, and the Kasiatai kingdoms. Indeed, goods that are everyday items elsewhere may seem like treasures in these lands. Anjay's Hura remembers Bildam. Anjay's Hura sold him the amulet she bought from the new mage in town. The name was Ernandra Nerman. He stays at the Moth and Tiger. He told Anjay's Hura he accepts no returns or refunds for his goods, and Anjay's Hura would tell you the same. Sorry. Thank you, please come again.
I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Who? Sorry, I haven't the faintest idea who you are talking about. I'm new here, remember? I'm staying at the Moth and Tiger up the road, for now.
With pleasure. Please, go ahead.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure.
Necromantic services for reasonable prices. Missed your opportunity to bid a loved one goodbye. Do you have questions for the recently deceased? Worried about your family's medical history? Seek out Hastophosphie Lifer for all your soothsaying and communion needs. Has anyone seen a horse? Chestnut mare, half Valusian wild horse and half Nibenian courser. Blue eyes. Answers to the name of Raz. Last seen at the Guar pen outside the city gates. Sir Hormadake Far Alley. Knight of the Order of the Fiery Hoof. Visit Sir Tyel's Outlandies goods at the docks gates. The finest dark elf trinkets and baubles for sale. Learn the ways of the Zingamajig Ashlanders from Sir Tyel, the traveling wise woman.
Welcome to the
Hello
Moth and
there.
Tiger
A
Inn,
pleasure to
citizen.
meet you.
I am Valia Vadara, publican of this establishment. We rent beds, and I have a variety of foods and wines for sale. If you're new to Old Ebonheart, I can also tell you where to look for other services, or a specific place nearby. If you're looking for someone in particular, I may be able to help. Yes, he has a room here. Why do you ask?
Where did I put that?
I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? 50 gold and it's all yours. No returns or refunds, mind you. You just let me know if you change your mind. Oh. So you found my little experiment. I confess. I was attempting to create a breakthrough in telepathy. Imagine. Soldiers could communicate instantaneously with their commanders, lovers would no longer have to be apart, and most importantly, customers from all over the world would not have to lift a finger to place an order with yours truly. I decided it was best tested on an animal first. How was I supposed to get someone to agree to make such a mental connection with a Guar by their own will? I can't imagine what that poor fellow must be going through, to bear the stupid, simple thoughts of such a beast, but it was necessary for my research. Killing the Guar would break the spell, of course. Bildum will be his old self without that animal dumbing him down all the time. Probably. I was just trying to better Tamriel. I'm sure Bildum understands.
Ah, welcome. What is it?
Let's set aside our rival.
I'm hungry. I'm here. You want me to follow you? I'm good like that. Yes. Nice man. Feeds me sometimes.
Have you done anything about my brother?
Well,
Good
hello
day,
there. A
Conjurer.
pleasure to meet you.
Are you here for duties? Advancement? Or do you want to hear more about the old Ebonheart Mages Guild? I'm seeing to his discipline, don't you worry about that. He just stands around, looking blankly off into the distance. Terrible excuse for a guardsman.
Greetings, Dunmer. How may I help you? The Nine and the Empire. The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
Only few people have the courage to enter my house. Salutations to you, brave soul. My name is Hasto Phosphie Lifer and I am a necromancer. Have you come to talk with the dead? Death comes to us all, eventually. Sometimes people want to know what's waiting for them. Sometimes they want to know if their loved ones' souls are at peace in the great unknown of the void. As a necromancer I can summon the bones of the dead to walk the earth once more, so the living might ask them questions. And the dead do tell tales. Sometimes they reveal secrets, sometimes horrors. Do you have someone in mind? Yes? Give me a name of the dead one. For a fee of 60 septims I can summon them. That is understandable. The dead sometimes frighten the living.
Autumn's welcome. Horatio Gargonath. Autumn's lofty sky. Descended, covering the valleys. With dust to mountains. I've seen warmth. Spring's blossom. Horatio Gargonath.
With pleasure.
I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? I was just trying to better Tamriel, Ernandra Nermit.
I'd be happy to. With pleasure. Please, go ahead.
I'm feeling much better, thank you. Did you have something to do with it? That's me. How can I help you? He did what to me? Ugh. I suppose I should at least be thankful the animal wasn't in season. You're a mage, right? Take this amulet and get rid of it. Or hold onto it if you desire. Just keep it far away from me.
Helseth hosts Argonian emissary. Following rising tensions in the Arnishian border regions, High King Hlalo Helseth hosted the Argonian emissary to Morrowind, Kilaya, at a state banquet at the Royal Palace of Mournhold. A spokesperson for the king told reporters the pair discussed the situation along the Morrowind, Black Marsh border, and the king expressed his regret that Houstras declined to send their own representatives to participate in the discussion. The Arnishian jungle remains a hotbed for conflict, as Argonian irregulars continue to raid dark elf caravans. It seems unlikely that the cycle of violence will die down anytime soon, as resentment about territory lost some 30 years ago still festers among the local Argonian tribes, and the dark elves continue to uphold the barbaric practice of slavery. Our city's taverns reviewed. New to our fair city? Looking for a place to forget the troubles of the road? Fret not, the bellman has you covered. Our correspondents have
Good day, Conjurer. Are you here for duties? Advancement? Good work, I suppose. If it's not apprentices, it's foolish peddlers. I have more duties for you when you are ready.
Mages Guild, Guars and Guards. There is a new mage in town selling magical artifacts without Mages Guild approval. Archibald Vene wants me to encourage him to join the guild. Ernandra Nerman was eager to join the Mages Guild. He also offered to sell me a ring. Archibald Vene wasn't interested in hearing whether or not I successfully recruited Ernandra Nerman. He's busy being pestered by an Imperial Guard. Rolani Danoran came by the Mages Guild asking for help with her brother, Bildam Danoran. She claims someone has been magically tampering with his mind. Bildam Danoran sounded more than confused when I spoke to him. He mentioned something about an amulet and a Khajiit trader in town who sold it to him. Maybe this Khajiit trader will know more. Anjays Hura says Ernandra Nerman sold her the amulet that she then sold to Bildam Danoran. I searched Ernandra's room in the Moth and Tiger and found a Guar. Ernandra fessed up. He had planted a telepathy amulet in Anjays Hura's shop and fed its counterpart to a Guar. He hoped this might form a telepathic link between the Guar and the owner of the necklace. Unfortunately, Bildam will forever be hearing the Guar's thoughts if the Guar is not killed. I killed the Guar in the Moth and Tiger. Bildam Danoran should be better now. Bildam gave me the other telepathy amulet now rendered harmless by the Guar's passing to thank me for saving his mind.